I'm Gene Munster, Managing Partner and Head of Portfolio Research at Deepwater Asset Management, and this is Pressure Points. Our topic today is Meta's annual developer conference, Connect. We're going to talk about first their vision of the next computing platform and how that compares to Apple's and where they stand. Second is about Quest 3, their new headset. And last, talk about how they're bringing AI into some of the messaging products. So we'll go to the top, and the biggest piece that jumped out at to me was Zuckerberg and how he explained this next computing paradigm. Obviously, the language that they've used around this for the last 4 years has been the metaverse. They, of course, stuck to that language, but the language was heavy on merging the physical and the digital worlds. And that, of course, is a very similar view that Apple has. They don't use the word metaverse. They will never use the word metaverse. They use the word spatial computing, but it is also all about merging the physical and digital worlds. Going into today's event, I wasn't sure if Zuckerberg was going to anchor on the gaming side of things or potentially on some still legacy VR related to it, but he was all in on what I think is the exact same vision that Apple has. So call it the metaverse, call it spatial computing. Either way you cut it, both of these companies believe there's a new computing platform that's coming, a new way that we will interface with technology beyond the computer and the phone, and that being through a headset. Now, the problem for Meta is that the products and the experiences, the software, the hardware that they showed today is a full light year behind where Apple is at with Vision Pro. When I demoed Vision Pro, I was blown away by it back in June. And as I saw some of the renderings and experiences, it's still much different. Now, the price point's much different too. And many will make the argument that this is kind of an everyday person's version of spatial computing, the metaverse is. But at the end of the day, consumers want exciting experiences. And I don't think that the Meta, what they're doing today in the next 6 months around the metaverse is going to be that exciting for people to jump in. Conversely, I think when Apple comes out with Vision Pro, people are going to be really excited about it. Now, they're not going to buy many of those headsets because they're so expensive, $3,500, but they will be excited about it, and I think it will lay the groundwork for future versions, cheaper versions of Apple's products, Apple's wearables products, to start to pick up traction 3, 4, 5 years down the road. But when you put it all together, these two companies are on head-on collision course here related to this next computing platform. It's going to be fun to see how this all plays out. So that was the biggest takeaway. Second, I want to talk a little bit about Quest 3, the hardware. They announced this hardware a few days before Apple announced Vision Pro, so we've known about this since back in June. What is new today is the release date is going to come out on the 10th, but still that same $500 price point. Again, that's far less, 1/7 the cost of Vision Pro. So Quest 3, much cheaper. Therefore, it is going to be considered to be more mainstream. Meta has never given units for Quest 2, which came out in 22, how many units they sell per year. But my sense is it's been around 5+ million units per year. And after seeing this device, it definitely is an improvement from Quest 2. I think that they will sell more headsets of Quest 3 per year than they sold Quest 2, maybe 5 to 10 million. But this is not going to be a breakaway product where people experience it and just say, you got to have it. I think this is still a learning product. I think it's still a building product for Meta, and it's all moving in the right direction. Since it's not a breakthrough product, you may get some investors wanting to see more and maybe calling into question the level of investment that Meta is making in Reality Labs. I think it's the worthy investment for them to be putting out Quest 3. I think that it's important that they have a position in this next computing paradigm. So putting it together, I'm glad that they're doing it. Deepwater is an investor in Meta, and we're glad that they are continuing to pursue this opportunity. So that's Quest 3. And then the last point is related to AI. And of course, they have their Llama 2 model out, which is basically the same thing as ChatGPT or Google Gemini or Anthropic's Claude products. It's the kind of the 4 key generative AI applications. So they're going to be implementing those models into some of their messaging. They have a product called Meta.ai, which is going to go into Facebook Messenger and Instagram Direct Message and also WhatsApp. Allow you to kind of enhance your messaging conversation you're having with another human by adding in some generative AI to that. And on top of that, they announced a new visual product called, I'm going to make sure I get the acronym correct here. It is EMU, as in Expressive Media Universe. And that is essentially, it's like Midjourney or DALL-E, but EMU is going to also be part of the chat experiences across their platforms and allow you to do some fun things in Instagram, because Instagram is a video and photo driven platform. So I think that this implementation of AI, a visual image generator inside of messaging, is going to be a home run. They're going to get a ton of usage out of it, and it will fundamentally change, I think, how people view and use Instagram, because it's going to add just so much more AI context, bigger, better, deeper fakes, but also more creativity. And so those are the two. They also announced some, basically, they're like celebrity endorsed AI characters. And so I don't know much about celebrities. I don't know many of them. I know who Tom Brady is. He's one of them. And they you'll be able to interact, essentially message with this. Just kind of a fun thing. And I bet a lot of people are going to use them. You can do it just for pure entertainment to see what a celebrity would how they would respond to a conversation with you. But also some of these celebrities have domain knowledge that you may get advice on travel or cooking or education, things like that. So there's just a fun entertainment factor to these, but there's also some utility from these. And at the end of the day, Meta's in the game of attention. This is an attention game, and I think that these celebrity-endorsed AI chat bots are going to be a way that people experience AI in a more fun way, and they're going to gain a lot of attention from it. I think a lot of people will use this. And so when we put it all together, Tale of Two Cities today, on the AI front, they're adding some fun capabilities that I think are going to increase engagement on Meta's platform. Separately, when it comes to the kind of the spatial computing, the metaverse side, it's clear that Apple has a major lead here. So on behalf of Deepwater, I'm Gene Munster, and bye for now.